So this week, actually tomorrow, I get to give my testimony at church to the women's ministry in the area of how God has worked on me in surrendering. And so I thought I would record it and use it on my Instagram so I could share my testimony with you guys if you're interested. It might be a little long, and I'm going to try and do it in three shorter sections because that's kind of how it works out. So this is part one, and just starting with the basics. So I am the oldest of 6 kids. I have 4 little brothers and 1 little sister. All of them are taller than me, so they're not so little. But I grew up in San Jose, California, and was pretty bossy as a little one. I was the oldest child, so I fulfilled the oldest child way of being, and life was pretty good. But for some reason, when I was little, I started to believe a lie that I was unlovable and that there was nothing I could do to make myself be loved. And this set me on a path that looked really good on the outside, but was very self-destructive. I was striving to follow every rule and was a complete perfectionist with myself. So I received a lot of praise and a lot of encouragement that I was doing well, following all the rules and doing well, being a hard worker. But on the inside, I still never felt very lovable. And so I remember I transferred from a junior college to a university when I was a junior in college. And when I got to the university, I started my business degree, and I was very overwhelmed by all the changes of moving to a new place, being in a new school, starting some really tough classes, and my grades started to go down, and that was very upsetting to me because my identity was very tied in with my grades, and I got really, really upset. And my friend finally just said, "You know what? You are not defined by your grades." And I just kind of blew my mind. I was shocked to hear that, and I realized that even getting good grades was not enough to make me feel lovable. So then, a few years after I graduated, a couple of years, I guess, after I graduated from college, I was back up in San Jose, and I had a boyfriend, and he just broke my heart. And it was really devastating because I had finally felt lovable for a little while. He made me feel valuable and loved, and then he ended the relationship by saying he wanted to love me, but he just couldn't. And he just verbally confirmed that lie that I had been believing all those years, that I was unlovable. And it was a real breaking point for me. And God is so good because he can take that brokenness and use it for good. And it was a huge turning point in my life. I realized, you know what? I'm gonna need some help. I thought I was good. I thought I was fine. No big deal. My life is okay. No worries. I got this. But I realized from that devastation that although I knew that God loved me in my mind, I did not feel loved, and I was desperate to find love. And that is just not a place that I wanted to be. And so I started seeking help, and I went through a prayer counseling program at my church. And through that, God really spoke to my heart and just told me, "You are lovable and you're free to be you." And that sounds simple, but he's just moved that message from my mind to my heart, and it was so powerful and transformative, and I have never been the same since. And I think of people in the Bible who had a big transformation and changed their name. It's like my name changed from unlovable to deeply greater than I could even imagine, loved, and it was amazing. So this kind of set me on a path, a time of changing, a lot of changes in my life. I am a definite planner. I do not enjoy stepping into the unknown, but I had just turned 30. This was a few years later. I had turned 30, and I was just kind of feeling like I was stuck in the rut. And so I needed a change. And I realized that I skipped something important previously. So bear with me in this. that whole change is part of part 2. So you'll have to wait for the next video. But, you know, it's so awesome to me that as I surrendered the pieces of my broken heart to God, He gave me incredible love and freedom from striving. I thought I had to try so hard. I thought I had to be so perfect. And He just said, come to me and let me love you. And it was such an incredible relief and so worth surrendering the broken pieces of my heart to Him. I'm so thankful. So part 2, spoiler alert, I'm going to talk about the next phase, what happened around the time I turned 30 and where I went from there. Okay, bye.